Today's movie features a slasher villain who's about as scary as being stalked by your eccentric grandfather, which is sorta cooler than it sounds. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Norman Thaddeus Vane's weird cult horror flick, Frightmare. Released way back in 1983, Frightmare is a film that's hard to describe. It starts out feeling like a weird horror riff on Weekend at Bernie's, which wouldn't exist until years after this film, then sort of evolves into a strange slasher flick where our hapless heroes are stalked by one of the least intimidating killers in horror film history. But enough about that. Can Frightmare kill enough horror geeks to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Stephen W. Bentley, Gina Marie, and Aya Shadow. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. Oh boy, it's the Troma logo. I think this is officially the first Troma release we've done on the show. It feels impossible. To be clear, this wasn't a movie they produced, but they did distribute it on DVD back in the early 2000s, as I recall. Screenwriters Productions presents. This means the script is gonna be great, right? Right? Sweet, right into the house establishing shot credits. So, fun fact, Ferdy Mayne got the part of horror icon Conrad Radzoff, but they originally considered Christopher Lee for the part instead. And here's the title card. Wait, the horror star? I was told we were covering Frightmare. See, it's not just the Italians who can pull off these title shenanigans. Anyway, let's establish the house from another angle. Is this a movie or one of those Zillow real estate videos? Apparently, Leon was really asking to be in this movie. Shut up, Meg. And another angle. Don't know if we've ever established a house from so many angles so early. Whoa, Jeffrey Combs? Color me intrigued. Edited by Doug Jackson. No relation to Michael or Reggie as far as I can tell. We had a cinematographer on this thing? Surely you must be Joel King. This is actually King's third appearance on Sick Flicks. He was a cinematographer on Just Before Dawn and a camera operator on Embrace of the Vampire. More house establishing. This would be funny if this movie was actually set somewhere else. Inside, great value Susan Sarandon gets ready for her big scene with Dr. Frankenfurter. But she's got company. Sorry, didn't realize this room was occupied. Directed by Norman Thaddeus Vane. Dude's so vain he probably thinks he can predict the wind direction. Oh my god, are you using herbal essences? I love that shampoo. The director, meanwhile, is not happy with the direction of this shampoo ad. I wanted you to smell her hair, not give her a hickey. At any rate, this dude's Spirit Halloween Christopher Lee / F. Murray Abraham costume is pretty sweet.
Take 10 minutes. Take 20 minutes. What's the difference?
Well, technically, the difference is 10 minutes, but I know. Math is hard. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my trailer. Judging by all this smoke, they must be shooting a Grateful Dead video downstairs. Oh shit, Conrad's about to go all Big Daddy Kane on the director. I regret nothing, except hiring you to be in this movie! I have concrete evidence this dude is dead.
He's dead.
And it looks like Conrad is gonna rolls on out of here. Speaking of Christopher Lee, this old film footage is from a 1959 Italian horror comedy flick titled Uncle Was a Vampire, which featured Christopher Lee. Guess they were bound and determined to get him in this movie somehow. Hey, wait, the movie's over? Alright. Let's go to the gore card! Oh wait, it's not really over. They're doing a post-screening Q&A where some neckbeard will lead off with a, quote, not really a question, but more of a comment, followed by the stupidest fucking thing you've ever heard. It is nice they got the Amazing Randy to be in this movie though. You kids even remember the Amazing Randy? Christ, I'm old.
Uri Geller fooled the pants off them. It was astonishing.
Can you do the spoon bending trick?
Does Dolly Parton sleep on her back?
See? They were doing long-standing ovations for any crap movie at Cannes decades ago. Ascot, Smoking Jacket, Kane, and Monocle. This dude is peacocking at a mystery level. He's given his big speech, and I think his LSD just kicked in. And this concludes our seminar on dying dramatically. Thanks for coming. Refreshments in the lobby. But don't fret, because he's about to get some tongue action.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I mean, this chick is gonna give him CPR. And somehow she saves him.
What's your name?
Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
House establishing shot. Because why not? I'm going to think my dinner order at you. Let's see if you can get it. If you're wrong, I'm gonna die. And I guess they got it wrong.
Conrad!
Clearly, no one liked Conrad much, which is gonna make it hard for him to get a good eulogy.
The world is at last rid of you, and I am rid of you too.
Except, surprise, he was just acting. Looks like we're about to get some pillow biting.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that. I mean, he's cramming this pillow in his friend's mouth. Look at that. He died trying to give Conrad the claw. Von Erich mark to the bitter end. But I think this time Conrad might actually be dying. At the very least, it sounds like he's murdering this organ. I don't know. His version of Bela Lugosi's dead could use some work. And you'd think with all of this smoke, there'd be a lot more coughing. Great, he's really dead this time. Now his fans can let him down one more time. Jeffrey Combs is like, let me take him back to my lab. I've got a reanimation serum. Jesus, look at how sunburnt this dude is. Is this part of the movie, or did he just get fried the day before they shot this scene? It is nice that WWE superstar Hillbilly Jim showed up to pay his respects, though. Buried with his cape, just like Bella. But there's one last surprise. Conrad's at his own funeral. Hi, I'm Conrad Radzoff. You might remember me from schlocky horror movies like Comedy of Terrors and Dial Z for Zombies. The real Conrad's like, boring. Man, this dude never stopped working. He's selling champagne from beyond the grave.
A star in life is a star in death.
Great, another standing ovation. I think this is a record. 2 in less than 20 minutes. Anyway, funeral's over, and he's off to this giant mausoleum. Wonder if he paid for it in cryptocurrency. After the funeral, everyone blows off steam by stealing the Ecto-1. You know, hearses would be a lot faster if they didn't have so much dead weight in the back. Oh god, this dude sounds like a young me.
Listen to the wolves. They are the children of the night.
Stop. If you say any more, Universal's gonna copyright claim you. Alright, who's ready to go do some grave rubbings? Hope you brought your charcoal. Okay, spread out. I know the plot's around here somewhere. This guy's a horror icon, so why would he decorate his mausoleum to make it look like a strip club? I have told my loved ones I want an evil-looking mausoleum when I die, and they'll know it's evil enough if goth kids want to break into it to screw. They can't get in, but don't worry, because this dude's getting lifted.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that. I mean, they're giving him a boost. Also, do kids still describe hitting the Savage Cabbage as getting lifted? I don't care. I do. It is good they sent Jeffrey Combs up there. Breaking into cemeteries is going to be a vital skill for when he gets to reanimate her. Man, this dude even has RGB lighting in his crypt. Also, there are more tapes of this dude from the afterlife than Dr. Brian Oblivion in Videodrome, apparently. I do like that even though he's dead, he's still raking in the endorsement deals. Do you like this crypt? Could you see yourself spending eternity here? Well, have I got a deal for you? And now it's a Dos Equis ad. Stay thirsty, my blood-drinking friends. After the message ends, Amazon Basic Swayze here wants to open the casket. Dude, that's not a smoker. Even in death, his performances are stiff. And now they're out of ideas.
So, what do we do now?
Do not say recreate scenes from Nacho Cerda's Aftermath or this video is over. Fortunately, they have a different idea. And I had no idea this movie was part of the Weekend at Bernie's cinematic universe. Also, don't you mutants get any ideas about stealing me from my mausoleum to bring me to your house to watch horror movies with you after I'm dead? Sick Flicks ends with me. Sure, he's got a coffin, but does he have a coffin podium? Oh, hey, Sweet Hills Have Eyes poster in the background. Look at Combs. He's like, I could totally reanimate this guy. Anyway, they have stolen Conrad's corpse to have dinner with it while they wear their Halloween masks? Sure, okay, let's just roll with it and see where it goes. Aw, what's wrong, Conrad? You've hardly touched your Olive Garden. I bet that bird on his head is feeling peckish. Oh my god, is that guy cosplaying Larry Fessenden? Say, this guy looks like Discount Logan Paul, but that's redundant. I don't know, this dinner party seems pretty dead. Don't worry though, Conrad's gonna liven things up with some dancing. Man, they're spinning around like this is a Dead or Alive song. Then shit gets weird. Man, great. It's gonna turn into Necromantic. PrudeTube's gonna love that. Oh god, they're taking him upstairs. Abort! Abort! Alright, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. The next day, the cops have found the empty mausoleum. Gonna tell my grandkids these two are Elden Ring's Godskin duo. That joke might land for about 5 of you, but I don't care. And now it looks like we're about to eat dinner at Prince's place. Oh, wait, she's gonna summon the dead. You know, they say being a medium is more a pseudo-seance than an exact seance. Not sure if this is lens flare or the movie is just tripping balls at this point. Oh, hey, Conrad's up. The good news is, I guess this means we can finally get the movie rolling. I mean, we're almost halfway through. And it's good he's being so stealthy about returning from the dead. No one will ever know. Logan Paul here is like, probably just the pipes. But Conrad's just chilling in his coffin. Case closed, guys. Oh shit, I came back from the dead only to get trapped in my coffin. Damn it. I mean, you could say he's feeling pretty boxed in. Back at the seance, this is what happens when girls start taking too much tren.
Went into darkness.
She's got a way deeper voice than me. I will say, I admire the restrained performances here.
If that's where you've been, then send them that stole your body there too.
And exploding coffin. This is what happens when you bury a corpse full of Taco Bell bean burritos. This is basically just me walking onto the set to the podium on filming days. Anyway, while he's getting ready to get killing, this lady is late for football practice. Jesus, this dude must have his own personal fog machine. Let me in. I can't breathe. Don't worry, though. I can't believe it's not John Fogerty is gonna go investigate. Clearly, he's got some lofty ambitions because he's headed straight for the attic. He eventually finds his way back to the coffin, and it looks like he and Conrad are gonna do some tongue twisters. I've heard the saying cat got your tongue, but this is ridiculous. It's like a tongue of war. And it's really nice of all of Conrad's victims to come to him. Helps him save time stalking them. Anyway, if she's coming up there for some French kissing, she's gonna be disappointed. House and vampire establishing shot. Why is he outside now? Oh, he's on a tree. Maybe he's trying to branch out. Fulci eye zoom. And she spontaneously combusts. I haven't seen someone this on fire since Stetsasonic. Godskin Duo and Stetsasonic. It's super obscure reference day on the show. Say what you will, but this chick is definitely hot. Oh shit, sweet zombie poster. I feel like they spent more on posters for set decoration than anything else in this movie.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Turns out they're all looking for their missing friends, and this guy has an idea.
Has anyone checked the cellar?
What? The cellar. Oh, I'm not going down there.
No way Combs is going down there. He was in Cellar Dweller, so he knows what a terrible idea that is. Also, why are they confused? Did no one smell her burning on the lawn? But it turns out the blonde chick is gonna go. Cheech and Chong, are you boys down there smoking again? Today's basement weather forecast calls for haze and smog, apparently. Just a Fragasso level of fog machine down here at this point. Anyway, nothing happens, and everyone eventually reconvenes on the couch. So, I think we should go steal another body tonight, or what? Oh yeah, they overgrilled her. Why is Conrad wearing lipstick? Meanwhile, this guy has apparently wandered out of Frightmare and into Phantasm. Jesus, I wish I was watching Phantasm right now. Hey, let me in, I gotta poop. And another sponsor spot. Come on down to El Marie Ford. We've got deals to die for. And free hot dogs and balloons for the kids. House establishing shot. How do these losers afford this place? Oh, it's their movie clubhouse. Hey, anyone home? It's the Amazing Randy, just dropping off new issues of the Skeptical Inquirer. Correction, they spent the entire budget on vintage horror movie posters and dry ice for the fog machine. Man, I am so baked right now. I had a headache this big. It's an Excedrin headache. Look, man, I don't want to die, but if you're going to kill me, death by hotboxing is probably a great way to go. Oh, hey, stock footage Christopher Lee is back. Frightmare just makes me really want to go watch that movie instead. And now another chick is headed to the attic. This is basically a V.C. Andrews novel so far. And look out, because we're raising the dead. Literally. Menaced by a floating coffin. This is definitely a show first. Oh yeah, looks like Conrad's not going to be the only one with a splitting headache. Yep, I now see how the dumbwaiter got its name. The survivors reconvene on the steps, and Big Lots Barbara Crampton has an idea on how to solve the Conrad predicament once and for all.
We gotta put him back where we found him.
With that plan now set, they send Jeffrey Combs on an attic expedition. I mean, I think it's him. It's hard to tell through all the goddamn fog. Dan, are you up there? It's me, Herbert. Great, the one scene in this movie not completely obscured by random fog is just basically pitch black. Well done, Norman Thaddeus Vane. Back in the light, Conrad shows up. This live-action Count Chocula movie is kinda weird. And Jeffrey Combs is having a hard time staying awake. Just like me. Conrad then grabs a saber, and we get a Brandon Tenold staple. The good old decapitation. Yeah, man, I'm gonna head out. Jesus, this head is really covering some distance. To add insult to injury, this bird is gonna pick his brain. I love that they just basically buried Combs up to his neck. Top-notch FX magic right there. And then there were two. Sure hope Discount Logan Paul dies. I'm gonna be pissed if he lives.
I won't go near that place again.
Meg, come on.
And I'm not staying here either.
Shut up, Meg.
I used to love this old house.
So did my dad. He really likes Bob Vila. And now we're gonna add some new plot wrinkles. Kinda late in the game for that, but whatever.
Did you know that a woman committed suicide here once? Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
I know that someone is after me.
Lance Henriksen, any thoughts?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
Oh, hey, maybe this is where all the smoke is coming from. That chick from earlier is still smoldering. Here, let me lend you a hand. Oh, look, Logan's gonna recreate that video where he found a body. Back inside, he's got a call from YouTube HQ. What? You're demonetizing my Japanese forest video? Why? And now it's time for another great moment in horror film acting.
I need you with me. I don't have time for this nonsense anymore.
Careful, you almost emoted like a human there. Meanwhile, the amazing Randy is back. Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I proved faith healer Peter Popoff was a fraud on TV? Back at the house, Meg has had enough. I'm out of this movie. And of course the car won't start. Stop, you're gonna flood it. Jesus, this is a Beyond Darkness level of fog machine abuse right here. I don't know, Conrad must be a little stiff still. He's not moving up these stairs very gracefully. Ow, my sciatica! Jesus, just look at this fog. There are misty moors in Europe with less fog than this staircase. Uh-oh, looks like Meg is raising the stakes. Literally. No, not my spleen. I wanted the stakes to be higher. Least exciting Castlevania final boss fight ever. Also, how are we gonna wrap up this movie? There are like 15 minutes left. Alright, Meg, you killed Conrad, and that's great, but I think we should see other people. Then he loads up Conrad. Get in, loser. We're headed to the mausoleum. Great, the last 15 minutes of this movie is just gonna be Logan Small here driving across town. Alright, miss. We brought the amazing Randy here to debunk your bullshit story about being menaced by an undead horror movie star. House establishing shot. Why? I mean, hell if I know. But I swear, amazing Randy, Conrad came back from the dead. Shut up, Meg. Oh yeah, this doesn't look suspicious at all. Gotta return my corpse before the late fees kick in. But there is time for one more sponsor spot. Tired of girly cigarettes like Virginia Slims? Grab a pack of Marlboros. Welcome to Flavor Country. Oh, thank God, we're gonna kill Logan finally. I do think it was a great idea to let Logan make his WWE debut in a Hell in a Mausoleum match with Gangrel, though. That's good booking. Wait, no one locked the mausoleum door? By God, he just got tombstoned. My JR was better than average there. And symbolism. Look out, Conrad's about to lock in the claw. Logan escapes, but it's nice he ran right to the mortuary. This will make embalming his corpse way easier later. And here's a live look at me anytime someone turns on country music. Anyway, Conrad gets him set up for the casket match. By God, they're gonna cremate him! Someone stop the damn match! I do have to wonder how exactly Conrad survived the staking, but honestly, I stopped caring like an hour ago. Yeah, fry him good! And Conrad's back in his grave. The good news is he's dead. The bad news is the medium is a grave robber. But you know there's a swerve ending coming. Wait for it. Yeah, there it is. Oh Christ, we got one more sponsor spot. Gotta pay the bills, I guess. This mausoleum ain't cheap. The 1983 Rolls-Royce is luxury personified. Trusted to deliver excellence. Special lease and financing offers available to well-qualified buyers. And freeze frame ending. Perfect. Wait a minute, did they thank the old spaghetti factory? Random. So, what have we learned from Frightmare? I'm not really sure, to be honest. This one's a weird one. It starts off strong, then kind of loses its way in the middle, mostly because Conrad is maybe the least terrifying horror film villain this side of Chucky. Hell, Chucky is actually scarier. The idea is solid enough, but the execution just never really gels in this one. It's definitely worth a look for Jeffrey Combs fans, but it's hard to shake the feeling this should have been better. But enough about that. Can Frightmare slaughter enough horror movie lovers to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card! In terms of gross anatomy, this one is pretty average. We're treated to a ripped out tongue, 2 people burned alive, death by coffin, 1 impaling, 1 decapitation, and some other odds and ends. The decapitation is solid, but I'm going to play it safe and give this one a 2 barf bag rating. I could maybe see stretch into a 3, but that just feels a little too generous. Frightmare is not a sick flick, but it is weirdly interesting in spots. Looking for another weird 80s horror flick? Then be sure to check out my review of Witch Trap. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.